How you doing? Bill Nichols, Shade Tree Gunsmithing and Leatherworks. Hey, we're back at you again on this video. What we're going to do today is we went down to the range yard yesterday and we have about 2,000 rounds down range with our Ruger Mark IV and that we've got sitting here. Now before we handle this much, what we want to do, we want to make sure we keep it safe, is we want to check, make sure we take the clip out, check the chamber. There's nothing in the chamber. Stick a finger back in there. There's not a thing in it. Alright, and we just lay that clip over to the side right now. What we're going to do with this is we're going to clean this thing. Now, you know, our gun's not too dirty, but you know, with any of them, when you you know, take them to the range or out back or wherever you take yours to shoot them, then of course comes the obligation, and that's what I call it, is an obligation to clean that firearm. Because if you don't clean it, the next time you go to use it, it may not work. And so that's one thing that's always been embedded in me ever since I was a young man. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you today. This is our tactical Mark IV by Ruger. And we're going to tear it down. These tear down a little bit easier than the older model does. But we'll go ahead and get started at it. What you first do, you kick your safety up on safety. And you got a button back here at the back. And you push that button in. And then you just raise the barrel up and it comes off. Right there's the trigger mechanism. Sits right there. While we got that off, we're going to go ahead and put our high-tech extra eyeballs on right here. And see if we can't make sure that thing's fairly clean down in there. Oh man, I tell you what, I rub my finger on it and there's nothing. So I mean, you know, we'll run a brush over that anyway and lube it a little bit, but other than that, I believe we'll just leave it the way it is. I mean, you know, there's not much to clean on them there when you keep them clean. I mean, and this gun here, they're a real firearm. Ruger, I guess y'all have seen the last video was my 1022 that I built. It was an aftermarket, but you know, I like Ruger so much, I just had to build one. And but I've got this one right here. Then I carry a Ruger 380, and I mean, I'm a Ruger fan. Now, I'm not saying anything bad about any of the other firearms that's out there, because Smith & Wesson, you know, is a fantastic firearm. All of them I've ever seen are good firearms. You know, people say, oh, I've got one of these, and I know they're cheap and everything else. I don't care if it's the cheapest firearm on earth. If it fires when you pull that trigger, it'll do the job. Especially if you aim it right. So anyway, to me they're all good. I'm a gunsmith. I've worked on, I guess, every one of them ever manufactured, you know, every type. I'm not going to say every pistol, or ever make, you know, every individual one, but I'm going to say every brand, I guess, that was put out. I guess I've done a little something to it. So anyway, we'll pull this bolt out. Now, you know, this thing's just a little dirty, but, you know, it's not bad. Why? Because I'm going to tell you what catches all that grit and everything else, and that's drowning your firearm in oil. And I don't do it. I'm sorry, I just, you know, maybe there's some people out there that might say, why, that old man, he's kind of crazy there. I wouldn't have a firearm he's got. He don't oil it enough. Well, yeah, sometimes when you're out in a combat environment, then you really don't have the means of cleaning solvents and everything else. So you clean them the best you can in order to get that weapon to fire. And you don't carry around a can of oil or anything else with you. And I tell you what, some of the environments that the U.S. Army, that's all I know about is the U.S. Army, but I have nothing against any of the other branches at all. Any branch is dangerous, and they deserve our honor for serving. You know, so anyway, we're going to wipe this thing down a little bit. I see we do have just a little blackness there. Now what I use is, it's called Sweet 7.62 solvent. There's what it's called. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just like it. You know what I mean? It does a good job. This thing will dissolve copper or anything like that that's in your barrel. But, and it smells to high heaven, I'm telling you. It's one of the, I guess, worst egg gases you could ever let out. This thing will put them to shame. So, I mean, you know, that's pretty bad. And it don't take a lot to clean anything with it. If this is all showing up on the camera, we'll put it in there and rub it around just a second. Oh yeah. There, taking it. It's getting some of it off there. I mean, it just brings it right off. Just rub it down here. Rub it on there. You know, now this stuff evaporates real quick. I mean, you know, so it does a. There we go. We've got the bolt clean. We've not got it lubed, but we got it clean. We'll do one step at a time. We'll put that right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this and just swab it around in here and see if anything comes off on it. But I tell you what, now that sweet 7.62 solvent, man, that's some stuff now. Phew, breaking my sinuses loose just a little bit here. I may have to just blow my honker there, but we'll get our cleaning rod out here. See, we done got it out, and we're just gonna put a drop or two on it. If there we go. It don't take much. Now with this tactical, I mean, you just pull that pin in the barrel and everything comes right off, and you slide your bolt right out of it. And it's got a threaded barrel, you know, and well, it's a tight fit. I can put it against me here and get her started. Well, I tell you what, we're about 2,000 rounds down that baby. It looks pretty good shape, especially the first time through. We're gonna pull it back. Kind of looking eyeball through it here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll let that solvent. Now I tell you what, I don't grease my barrel or oil it, whatever you want to call it. I don't do that. For one, since I've got some of that on there, I'm going to clean this around where the slide goes, or the bolt, excuse me. Might as well call it by the right name anyway. Where the shell goes in, or more exact, the cartridge goes into it. And wipe that around a little bit in there. Now, yeah, get her finger down in there and clean that. Oh yeah. Well, it's a little, but they ain't much. Tell you, a good fitting gun, where it's machined right and everything else, that's where it's at. I mean, you know, it's being able to swab it down through and not much come out on it. Why? Because like I said again, we don't drench them with oil. And you'll see that here in just a second. Now, I'm not going to oil the inside of this. What I'll do is I'll put just a drop, see if I can find my trusty little brush. And yeah, I wore it a little bit, but you know, we usually take scissors or something like that and trim it, you know. Give it a little halfway decent look to it. And now we've got mineral oil in this. It says 3-in-1 oil, but we had run out using it out there in the shop for cutting oil and everything else. And so we took some mineral spirits, or not mineral spirit, mineral oil, I'm sorry. And all we're going to do, we can get it to come down. I'm going to have to grip it up here. I'm right-handed, so when it comes to left-hand stuff, I'm a little off. But anyway, we're going to put one, yep, there it went, one drop on it. Then we'll just brush this boat good with it, you know. And if you could tell the difference in the shine of it, you can see the oil on it, you know, with just that one little drop. But that's what happens, you know, is when you fire a firearm, there's a certain amount of powder and residue comes back, especially in an automatic. Well, if it's got something to stick to, it's going to stick to it. But if it ain't got nothing to stick to, it's just going to fall on down. And so that's where, you know, that's why we try to keep our, you know, oiling to a minimal, and it does work. So, I mean, you know, we're going to put just a little bit down in here. Just flop it around. All right. Well, that's about got it on the cleaning part. Now all we got to do is just put it back together. So we'll take our boat. Boy, it's slick. And I mean slick. Yeah, buddy. All right. Slide our boat in just all the way right there. And on these new ones, you know, like I said, they're a lot better, a lot easier than them old ones. You got a little trench right there that you, little notch right here in the front. See that notch? And then this right here goes on it. And you just set that right down on there, and then just squeeze it till it snaps. And then, you know, work the firearm. Make sure we don't have anything in the clip. Pull it down, snap it. Everything's back together. So that right there is all you have to do with the tactical. If you've got one and you're not sure about it, or if you're thinking about buying one, awesome weapon. Awesome weapon. Just as fast as you can pull it, she'll shoot it. I mean, you keep good ammo, and that's what we try to do. We keep good ammo. I don't think out of 2,000 rounds yesterday, to my recollection, I don't think I had one between me and my friend that misfired. Why? Because I buy good ammunition. You know, may cost you a little more, better in the long run. But this is a nice firearm right here. I should have showed this here earlier. It comes with a threaded barrel. Now, I'm not sponsored by Ruger. I want to make that plain. This gun comes with it. That's a 12-28. You can put a suppressor on it. I don't have any. I thought about buying some, but that's all I'm going to say. You know, about that. But anyway, awesome firearm. It's got you can put a laser sight on the bottom of it, or you can put all kinds of stuff. I like the sights that's on it right now. I mean, you know, it's got them illuminated sights, sort of. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see right down that barrel or not, the sight. If you can see down the sights. But anyway, that's, you know, you get a good view from them. Everything else, they're easy to point. And that's how you clean that Ruger Mark IV 22 Tactical. And so I appreciate, you know, Yun's, you know, taking the time to watch my videos. I appreciate all my viewers out there, and tell your friends about us. I mean, you know, either they like us or they don't. I'm just an old country boy, and we just wanted to make this short video on showing how to clean one of these. The next video that comes out, I don't know, we're going to start doing just some talking videos, short videos through the week, to let people know that we're just playing as the day is, you know, long. There's nothing special about us. We're not trying to be a movie star or anything else like that, because I tell you what, it took a half dozen cameras before I found one the lens wouldn't break when it looked at me. So I mean, so anyway, Christmas coming up. I'm going to say it again. Y'all have a fantastic, I wish everyone out there a very Merry Christmas and a sober New Year. And, you know, just thank the good Lord that you made it through another year. You know, I thank him every day that I make it through another day. So, anyway, but if it wasn't for him, I feel like I wouldn't be here. And I appreciate your time. We look forward to bringing out another video. The next tutorial video we bring out is going to be on leather. It's going to be on making a probably a trifold wallet. But anyway, I was looking outside there. We're doing this out here where I do my leather work because I just couldn't see firing up that big stove out there in my shop just to make this short video. So y'all have a good one. Pleasure talking to you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, hit the like, the subscribe, and we'll catch you next time, and we'll see you.